Hello and welcome to Cooking with Miss Rice. Today we'll actually be cooking something we do not plan to eat. We'll be making homemade Play-Doh. So the first thing that we will be doing is turning the meat's heat up to medium. And we will begin by pouring in the dry ingredients first. This does seem counterintuitive, but in this case it will take a while for the heat to start, so we'll have plenty of time. We'll be putting in 1/2 cup of salt. So there's 1/4 and another 1/4. We'll add in 1 full cup of flour. We will add in 1 Kool-Aid packet. I am choosing to do orange today for that lovely citrusy scent. And finally, we'll put in 3 teaspoons of cream of tartar, which will act as a temporary preservative. Please keep in mind that while it is a preservative, it will not necessarily last forever. So do keep that in mind when you use it. Next, for the part people have been anxiously waiting for, I'm sure, we will add in the water while stirring. This is 1 cup of pre-measured water. And since it's not very hot yet, I can let it sit for a moment while I get the 1 tablespoon of oil. The next part is actually pretty simple, as we'll simply continue stirring until it is well mixed and the mixture creates a nice ball. It takes just a little while. One thing I do want to mention while this is mixing is that this Play-Doh is perfectly safe to eat by accident, but is not meant to be edible. Most edible Play-Dohs are made with nut products such as almond butter, peanut butter, soy nut butter, which can have quite a few allergens. So you want to make sure before you make that for a child that they do not have any allergies you need to be aware of. The other thing you need to also be careful about is while it is technically safe for a child to eat this, there's quite a bit of salt, and because of that, it can actually make a kid feel sick afterwards as they'll get dehydrated. So do keep an eye, even though it is perfectly non-toxic. You can see this is starting to look quite a bit like pizza dough. And we're waiting for it to get to the point where it mostly stays in a ball by itself. So as you can tell, it does not take long at all. We can actually see where some of it is starting to really dry out and it comes an odd color, which means we are probably at the perfect point. I'll take this off the heat. We'll now move the mixture to a cutting board of your choice to knead until it gets to feeling pretty cool. If it's too hot for your hands to handle, feel free to let it sit for a moment, but kneading is very important to ensure all the ingredients mix together well. Me, I have a pretty good heat tolerance in my hands, so I'm just getting started right away. As you can already tell, this is already making a nice Play-Doh. Is even the texture and consistency. Just let that refocus here. Once this is fully cooled, you can play with it for a while. Keep it in an airtight container to prevent it from getting too dry. However, I would recommend changing it out after a few weeks, especially with frequent play, as it is made with natural ingredients and can begin to attract mold, mildew, and other gross things. But luckily, this isn't exactly hard or expensive to make. Have fun!